What's going on, YouTube? I'm not sure which camera to look at because I've got so many. Camera 3, camera 1, camera 2 over here. Then we've got the iPad. You're probably wondering how are we doing all this? And this is being recorded in OBS, meaning potentially I could be live streaming with all of these video sources simultaneously. Now, let me tell you what I thought I was going to do. Thinking back to when I first started this podcasting journey, I had a very cheap capture card. I think it was just a generic, no-name brand. It said USB 3 on it. And I used that mostly for work, just to hook up my Sony full frame into my work laptop on conference calls, being able to have, a very cool, high quality picture. I thought was, hey, let me stand out from the crowd, which I did. And that was, all well and good. And what I wanted to do was take that to the next level and do podcasting. And at first, my first kind of venture into podcasting was not live, right? I would just record the session, maybe add like some graphics, maybe add some little pictures if I was talking about something. Like if I was talking about a sound card, I would show a picture of the sound card. So what I wanted to do next was, can I do all this live? Because the biggest hurdle in content creation is editing. If you've got to edit something, then you've reduced the odds of publishing by a pretty substantial amount. The quicker it is to deliver that content to your streaming platform, whether it be YouTube or Twitch or Rumble, wherever you're going to post it, the more barriers, the less likely you will be to upload that. And editing is a big barrier because a lot of times in the editing booth, you just can never be satisfied, right? And so I thought, if we just do this live, then there won't be any editing and it's published, right? As soon as your session begins, you're published. And, that puts a little pressure on you to do a little more research and have a plan going into your live stream. So originally, when I first started doing a live stream, I had bought the Blackmagic ATEM Mini, the original version, $295. I bought it probably the first week it came out. And awesome piece of equipment, pretty much a game changer. And I used that for many months, probably over a year. And so eventually I started to evolve. Now, one of the big drawbacks of the ATEM Mini series, I think all of them, are being able to do what I'm doing right now. Show 4 video sources all at the same time. And not in little picture-in-picture windows. See, because I can take my mouse. I'm in OBS right now. See, I got to change the order of how these are set up, but this is something you can't do with an ATEM Mini. I can't do this. I can't say I want this to be right here. Now, OBS, for being a free piece of software, it's probably one of the best pieces of software I've ever used for, across the board, anything. It is a brilliant piece of software, and it is very powerful. But the ATEM Mini was now kind of becoming a bottleneck. I can't show my multiple screens at the same time because the ATEM Mini is more of a single output device. You know, it's more like a switcher, right? So imagine a switcher in your living room entertainment center. You know, you've got an input for your DVD player, an input for your PlayStation 5. You have an input for, you know, maybe like a Roku or something, input for your cable box. And you hit the switcher button and it switches between those inputs. But it's not like you can push all 4 buttons at the same time and see all 4 things on your TV. Because at the end of the day, there's just one cable coming out of the back of that switcher. And so that's kind of the one drawback of the ATEM Mini series of switchers, of video capture devices. And I guess technically they don't even call it a video capture device because, you know, it's a switcher. It's a powerful machine. And it's, you know, for the price you pay, you get a lot. But when it comes to podcasting, you need to be able to show multiple cameras. You need to be able to show multiple inputs at the same time. So, as you can see on the screen, I'm showing the Elgato CamLink 4K. Now, a good friend of mine said, this is what I'm using. It works great. Give it a shot. So I ordered one. Not that a renewed one. I don't know why I pulled up a renewed. But you know what? It's funny because that's the same price as a brand new one. So why would you buy a renewed one? Don't buy the renewed one. So anyway, I bought one of these to try it out, and it worked. It worked great. So then I got to thinking. Now here's the problem: they're $100 each. The ATEM Mini was $295. And so if I'm going to replace the ATEM Mini with CamLink 4Ks, and I really didn't need the 4K, but I'm only streaming in 1080p. I'm only capturing this video in 1080p. My cameras, I guess my cameras can do 4K, but I keep them at 1080p. So here's the end result. I bought this device. This is the CalDigit Thunderbolt 4 Element Hub. So I have an M1 Mac Mini. I got the cheapest one you can buy. At the time, it was $649. It's the 8 gig version. $649 at Best Buy when it came out. They might be a little more now because of shortages of everything. So I bought this Element Hub thinking, you know what? I'm going to plug at least 3 of those Elgato 4K capture cards in there. And then I'll use my Blackmagic ATEM Mini as the 4th input so that I could still input my iPad. So I have 3 cameras going into Elgato 4Ks, and then the fourth input is my iPad, which I'll keep plugged into the ATEM Mini. So I bought a second, so here's what happened next. I bought a second Elgato 4K CamLink. And I've got one plugged into the Element Hub. So I've got one plugged into this CalDigit Thunderbolt 4 hub. And I get a second one. And all of a sudden, the video starts freezing. So I tried using the USB-C ports, and I tried using the USB-A, the old legacy USB ports. And either way, the video froze on the Elgato CamLink 4K when it was plugged into the Thunderbolt Element Hub CalDigit Hub device. It's a lot of words. So what I did next is I said, okay, well, that's weird because this Element Hub is supposed to be a high-powered, Thunderbolt 4 hub. And I believe the Mac Mini is a Thunderbolt 4 port. It may be Thunderbolt 3, but they're both 40 gigabytes per second when they're connected to a Thunderbolt 4 device or a Thunderbolt 3 device. So next, I plug the CamLink 4Ks directly into the back of the Mac Mini, and they start working fine. There is no more freezing of the video. So the problem is the Mac Mini only has 2 USB-A ports and 2 Thunderbolt ports, Thunderbolt/USB-C. And I have a lot of other devices plugged in. I have a Rodecaster Pro. I have, I still have my ATEM Mini that I need to plug in. I guess I don't have a lot of devices. Oh, and I also have a Thunderbolt monitor, a USB-C monitor. Actually, it's not a Thunderbolt monitor. It's USB-C. So, and a mouse and keyboard. But since I've switched those to Bluetooth to free up ports. So let's count. ATEM Mini, Rodecaster Pro. I do have an external hard drive, which that's kind of optional. And then we've got the 2 Elgato CamLink 4Ks. So that's a minimum of 5 devices. If I'm going to use the Element Hub, that takes 1 away from the Mac Mini, so that only leaves 3 remaining ports. And I've actually got the USB-C monitor plugged into the other USB-C port on the Mac Mini. So basically all I've got left are the 2 USB-A ports. So what I determined was there's something going on with the Elgato CamLink 4K that's not working in this situation. So I need to find a different video capture card where I can run 3 or 4 of them through the Element Hub without them freezing up. And I thought Amazon was going to cancel my account because I ordered almost every type of capture card. I ordered the Blackmagic video capture card, not the ATEM Mini, but they actually have other capture devices. Tried those, and the problem with some of these and it was actually a Thunderbolt capture device. The problem is it would not allow USB, it didn't recognize the device as a USB webcam. So that's another kind of requirement that I have, because a lot of times I'm using something like Zoom or Ninja or Skype, and I need these devices to also be recognized by those streaming apps. So the Blackmagic Thunderbolt capture card was crossed off the list, and many others. So I went through a bunch of different other ones, and ultimately I found this. The EVGA XR1 Lite. Now right now it's showing $83. At the time I bought mine, they were $59. I'm not logged into Amazon at the moment, or you would see something in the corner say, you have purchased this item 4 times. So I bought 2 of them, thinking, all right, let's give it a try. And I hooked them both up to the Element Hub, the CalDigit Element Hub. No freezing. Everything worked perfectly. I went and bought another 2 of them. Hooked up the 3rd one. Still no freezing. And so this 4th one right here is still brand new in the box. I'm keeping this as a backup in case anything goes wrong with the other 3, because since they were $59, they were basically on sale for some reason. So I bought 4 of them. I only needed 3, because I still have my Blackmagic ATEM Mini for the iPad input, which is what you're seeing here where I have Amazon running. So that's an ATEM Mini input, which is going through the Element Hub. And then I have 3 of the EVGA, I forgot what it's called. What's it called? XR1 Lite. So 3 of these EVGA XR1 Lite capture cards, and I've got them plugged into the USB-C ports on the CalDigit Element Hub. So I'm able to successfully have 4 devices plugged into that Element Hub. And that's what you're seeing right now. This is all being recorded live in OBS. I've got, and I'm also, my audio is coming through OBS. Through the Rodecaster Pro, which is also connected to the CalDigit Element Hub. And the backbone of all of this is the M1 Mac Mini 8 gig version, a very relatively low cost machine that is able to sustain a pretty significant, a transactional load here with OBS. And I can even throw in like some special effects. So this is all still, being recorded live. None of this is edited after the fact. And I'm going to keep it that way when I post this on YouTube. But yeah, so I'll put all the parts down in the description. So if you are interested in having multiple capture cards and you've got, an Element Hub, a CalDigit Thunderbolt 4 Element Hub, and an M1 Mac, this may be an option for you for a total of 4 input devices. Now, I didn't want to open this 4th EVGA capture device because I've got the ATEM Mini, but I'm guessing if the ATEM Mini is working fine with the 3 of these capture devices, this 4th one, I'm guessing, would probably be fine. But I don't need to open it right now, and I'm not going to open it just to prove that point. So, 3 capture devices and the ATEM Mini all going into an M1 Mac running OBS using that CalDigit Element Hub. So hopefully, if you're in the market for something like this, it works. So thanks for tuning in. I'm Tom Murdoch. Catch some of our podcasts if you, if you want to see the kind of the output of it. But I'll post links to our different podcasts in the description as well. So thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you guys next time. Peace out.